Adam, just a point. What's your initial thoughts on that?
I thought it was probably a fair result, to be honest. Felt like they came out, started very well. The shape caused us problems early on in the game. Really poor goal for us to give away, put us on the back foot. I think it was 9 minutes that they scored. And to be honest, we probably did well to survive that first 20 minutes, only conceding one goal, because we were miles off it. We were second best, and that I'm so disappointed with that. But then we started to play with a little bit more tempo. We moved the ball a little bit quicker, got it into wide areas, put more crosses in the box, and we started to look like a decent team. Probably the last 15-20 minutes of the first half. Should have scored. Ross Crane should score at least one, but I thought he had two brilliant chances. One with his head, didn't get anything on it, then the one that's at the post. Obviously Walks won the penalty, Mags put it away. And then second half we felt we started, brightly. But then it just became really broken up, really scrappy, really bitty. Both teams had chances to win it. I think both teams tried to win it. I thought they did a really good job of slowing the game down at every opportunity, and the referee was miles off it again in terms of allowing any flow. Just didn't get the game going at all. Keeper took an eternity. He allowed him to do it, and then they only added 4 minutes on. So just, I'm frustrated with that that performance really from my team, from the referee. I thought they put in a really good away performance, and probably a draw's a fair result. But we did have some big chances to win it.
With those chances that fell to Ross, it was the one that hit the post, seemed to kick then into life. Why do you think it was such a sluggish start? I don't know, but I've seen it a few times now, and I've said to the players there at half time that if they keep on waiting for something to happen in a game for them to get going, then we may as well all book an early holiday. Point it was in the end. Johnny Marr gets back is a big plus. Gold on Matteo on the bench is another plus. So returning players is at least a positive.
It is a positive, yeah. You could see that Mags needs game time to get up to speed, and the same with Gold. They'll only be better for having minutes on the pitch. But they're going to have to get minutes on the job, and so we're not probably going to get the best version of either of them immediately. But look, they're goal scorers and they're here to score goals, and that's what I expect of them when they're on the pitch, is to get into positions to score and be the difference maker. But we've had several opportunities today for different personnel, which is good in one sense, because it shows that we've got lads from different areas of the team that can get in positions to score goals, but we've yet again not been clinical enough. It was similar on Tuesday night, where we had 2 or 3 good opportunities, and we just weren't clinical enough, and that's why we've drawn both those games and not took more than 2 points.
Yeah, there were 2 good chances, particularly second half, weren't there? But straight at keeper.
Yeah, I thought Finn Barnes, when he's worked his shot, I'd put money on him there to hit the back of the net, but he had to probably take his shot early because there was a lot of bodies in and around him. The one for Josh Amami, he's again had to take his shot early, but it's the rebound that he's got to score, and they're big moments. I think they've had 1 or 2 where they came close off set plays, 1 or 2 efforts from distance. But I felt we had the better chances in that second half. But if you don't score them, then you don't win the game.
Every side's going to have a blip at some stage. Are you hoping that this is it? I mean, it's 2 points from just the last night. Is it a concern? Oh
yeah, because we want to get points. Like we knew every game's so difficult. We were really poor at Peterborough, and we deservedly got beat. I think there's been, probably outside of the first 15-20 minutes today, I think we performed okay. Showed a bit of character to come from behind to get a result, which is never easy. And Tuesday night we played quite well, but we're just lacking that little bit in the final third, and usually it's the 18-yard boxes that makes a difference. So of course we're frustrated, and for a team that wants to be up and around the top end of the division, 2 points from 9 isn't enough. So all we can do is keep working hard and try and win the next game.
I sense the annoyance in your answers.
Yeah, because I want to win games of football. It's just been a frustrating afternoon for us. And we've got a good team. We've got some really good players who I demand a lot of, and my job's to just keep squeezing them to get as much out of them as I possibly can. So the buck always stops with me, and I'm completely fine with that. But we are demanding a lot of a group that is, if I look at us as a group in comparison to a lot of the other teams up and around the top end of the division, who's generally the managers have been in place for at least a couple of seasons. The majority of their squads have been in place together for quite some time. They've got a lot of experienced players, a lot of know-how. Lots of players who've maybe had that year-on-year demand of trying to win every week and trying to be at the top of the league. We're learning on the job, and I think these players are doing incredibly well to be where we are. But we still want more, and we can still get better, and we have to get better. But my belief and my confidence in what we're doing doesn't wane just because we've only took 2 points from the last 9. Of course, there's frustration and disappointment, but we've just got to keep on working hard and go again.
I know you are actively looking to bring in reinforcements. Do you think a bit of freshness is needed at this stage?
Absolutely, yeah. We are looking, and we're always looking. But it isn't easy, especially location-wise where we are. Isn't always easy during the season. We're looking for good players who other clubs are looking at, and 1 or 2 we've missed out on because they've opted to go elsewhere for different reasons. And then obviously, as a full-time team, that also bottlenecks you a little bit at times, because it's very difficult to take lads who are playing, good players who are playing part-time, because likelihood is they've got a decent job on the side and they're earning more money than we can afford to pay them. Sometimes the full-time, it can get a little bit lost. I wouldn't be surprised if their budget's probably more than ours today, and that's a team who've just got promoted to this league. So the advantage we have over teams is the amount of contact time we have with the players, and I think that's why for such a new group that we've put together this season, why we are where we are, because we work hard and we work daily on the training ground. But we're coming up against some real giants in this league that have got a lot of experience, know-how, and a lot of resource and power behind them. And that's not just teams at the top of the division, that's teams right throughout the league. So no game's easy. I thought it was really harsh of the supporters to boo my team off today, and I'm really disappointed with them. They deserve better than that. That's probably the most noise I heard all game, was the boo at the end. And I think that's incredibly harsh, and the players deserve better than that.